Welcome to part 2 of my scene breakdown from episode 16. And I'm going to go over some scenes that you all voted for, which are crucial, somewhat maybe controversially interpreted as well by different people. One thing I'm definitely sure about is that in this episode we see the slow process of Jian's empowerment. What I'm not going to show now is that lovely moment when they bring the urn of the grandmother and when they're going outside of the building and Jian says, actually, this was the most amazing day of my life in many ways. And then she starts running towards the bus. That is such a beautiful way of expressing her moving to the future and actually finding some movement forward. But we're going to be showing their dinner together, okay? Because it's very interesting, even though it's not that dramatic, that it's very interesting about the characters and how they've developed. So let's have a look at it. Oh, and by the way, this dinner that he's having here with his workmates is also really funny, actually, and great, because they're all now the biggest fans of her. And even the guy that was really mean to her before, like, yeah, it's just really well done, but you can't show everything. So a bit of callback humor there, right? Like she said it exactly how she says it the first time, all those months ago when they met, and and it's lovely that the writer just does that, So we're always getting callbacks from other scenes. Love this here. Like, she is now the one that's having a chat with the bartender, that's having a bit of a laugh with him. It's like, wow, this is so different from before, right? And he's happy to see that. And now we're getting the call back from the last time when, which we all remember when she ran and he said, the pretty girl is here, and now he's saying he's here. It's like he's their sort of their matchmaker or their confidant in a way. He knows how they care about each other. So nice to have a place like that. And just so beautifully shot that they bring these moments in. So now, this is probably the most normal dinner they've ever had, right? Where they just like not depressed. There is a sadness about it, an underlying sadness, but there's also a liftedness about it, isn't there?
저 부산으로 가요. 회장님이 거기 있는 회사 소개시켜 주셨어요.
And this is really interesting in a way. She's talking like somebody who is, in my thoughts, empowered. She's saying, I'm going to do this. And, she got a job over there. And in a way, from this moment on, we can see what's going to happen in the next scene from my point of view. It's just beautifully connected when Dong-un has his breakdown, frankly. Because at this point, you can see in his face, even though it may make sense, and he's happy for her, at the same time, there is a sort of like a sadness that he's trying to hide, or a shock that he's trying to hide.
저 재판 걸려 있는 것도 다 알고 편히 봐주시기로 했다고. 회장님 절친이 하시는 회사래요. 숙소도 준대요.
So he's saying that with a smile, with a slight smile, like as if it's nothing. But to my mind, with what we see later, this is probably one thing that he, in a weird kind of way, can't face.
생각만 해도 그지 같잖아요. 아저씨 한번 볼까 싶어서 이 동네 배회하고 다니는 거. 죽었다 깨어나도 행복할 거라면서요. 나 없이도 행복한 사람 무슨 매력 있다고.
The tone in this scene is so unique. It's a bit like there's so much going on, but they cover it up in this slight bantery way. I mean, she's saying, like, I'm not interested in a guy that's happy without me. Like, she's reaffirming that that she's interested in him. It's such a beautiful way of scripting it. And if that is the accurate translation, it's just one of those ways of linking it to so many things in the drama that we've seen before that it's just, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what to say about it. It's just the vibe of it is just perfectly balanced. So you can see they're smiling through it, but at the same time they're both heartbroken. But it's the only solution. I mean, both in the dramatic sense at this point, but also if you thought about this in real life, yeah, what'd she do? Because he's still married. He's in a situation that he has clearly said several times, this is not happening in this way. At the same time, they've obviously been giving each other all kinds of other signals. But this is why this feels so empowered. She's doing the right thing, the confident thing, the empowered thing. She's not hanging around like before in the streets hoping to get a glimpse of him because there's nothing else that she can look forward to. She's now acting with a certain level of empowerment. Yeah, that's the word.
딴 사람으로 살아보고 싶어요.
And he knows it as well. I think that's what it is. He knows it's the right thing for her. And yet, it's really painful.
나를 아는 사람은 한 명도 없는 데로 가서 과거는 하나도 없는 사람처럼.
And when you look at his face there, yeah.
우연히 만나면 반갑게 아는 척 할 수 있게 돼서
Ah, yes, and we're getting there.
다행이에요. 도망다니면서 이제 아저씨 우연히 만나도 피하겠구나. 그게 제일 슬펐는데.
And now the idea of bumping into you has been laid, and that suggests that, yeah, in a way, it suggests the idea that they're not going to stay in touch for the time being, which is really interesting because it gets touched on later.
고마워요. 다 털게 해줘서. 고마워요. 나한테 잘해줘서.
I feel like this face is the premonition of his breakdown later. Like, he knows everything makes sense that she's saying, but like, to me, the breakdown later is about everything but mostly that she's gone, personally, but we'll get to that.
나 살리려고 이 동네 왔었나 보다. 다 죽어가는 나 살려고 온 거야.
Now they're just trying to make us cry, let's be honest. Do you know what I mean? Now they're just saying exactly what is on their minds.
단 아저씨 만나서
I mean, to be honest, let me take that back. He's saying the good version of what's on his mind. I mean, if he was thinking really selfishly right now, I think the other instinct was to say, stay closer, you know, whatever. But this feels more like the kind of thing he can say to her.
처음으로 살아봤는데
That's such a crucial line, isn't it, really? For her to say she got to live for the first time. And by that, she in my view, she means I got to start to have feelings, emotions, a higher purpose, not just survival, and experience what it's like to have a warm relationship with someone other than my grandmother.
이제 진짜 행복하자.
Fitting, very fitting, and that's their goal. And let's see who achieves it first. Okay, that was the end of that scene. And you know what? Let's do the goodbye when they hug, because it's also a really big moment in the drama. So let's have a look at that, and then we'll do a third video about the other two scenes, okay?
이거 섭섭해서 어떡하지? 안 가면 안 돼요. 그렇게 멀리까지 가야 되나? 왜 또 나와? 지아 씨 내일 아침에 기차 타려면 일찍 일어나야 되는데.
마지막으로 동네 한 바퀴.
This is so nice. This is so beautiful that they put this in here as well. To some people, this might be like, is it necessary? Blah, blah, blah. But for the relationships, like this is again re-establishing that she has a place to come to, that they're all going to miss her, and all that warmth that's come across is really nice.
잘 가요. 자주 놀러 와요. 서울 오면은 꼭 들르고.
안녕히 계세요.
It's funny, like in a way, she's got a lot of like maybe these are not all not going to be people that she will be friends with for life, but she has got a lot of new people in her life because of Dong-un, who all want to do her well, who all want to support her. So it's really heartwarming after everything that she's gone through.
들어가.
I love these actors. And it's very fitting that they have this last walk together, and now one by one we see them sort of peeling off.
잘 가요. 또 봐요.
감사합니다.
Sang-un, he still loves himself the most he's ever done after his shenanigans with the funeral. You can see it on his face. He's so proud of himself.
잘 가요.
And it's funny, it's a bit like these two, you can see in their faces as well, it feels like they know what her leaving means to Dong-un, how sad he's going to be. And what's interesting about this, as a general side note, is like later on when he gets asked by Ki-un, how is she doing? He says, how would I know? But you can sense that he is frustrated about that he's not in touch with her. It is hard when you really, really, really care about somebody, but you know that they are weaker than you, or they need to get away from you because they are too in love with you or something. You need to let them go. And it's not always easy to just really let them go or push them away, because you also care a lot about them. Again, love how much time they give this, because we, the audience, we are there with them. And we were like, yes, please, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's give a hug. His face there is so sad, isn't it? Like, when I'm looking at it more, you realize how his I feel like everything is hinting at the breakdown. Maybe this was the moment for him to cry, but he keeps it together. You can see his... This is not how work colleagues say goodbye, obviously. This is how two people who love each other say goodbye without saying it. I feel like almost for a moment there, it looks like she's like, maybe I'll just stay here or something. It feels like almost there's a moment when she thinks. And he says go twice or goodbye. It feels very much like against what he really wants. He's saying go away, do your thing. And maybe I'm overinterpreting this now, but the fact that he also walks away now, it's interesting when you think about it. I feel like at the last minute there again, she felt like maybe I'll just stay and just work a dead-end job and skulk around in the streets and we hang out from time to time. But we know it's the right thing for her to go away, you know? But anyway. So he just walks away. Yeah, and this actually, now when I'm looking at it more, this feels like the perfect way of expressing that he knows she needs to go away from him for a while at least. Find herself, get her strength up, become a confident, happy person, and who knows in the future. But it actually feels that like he knows that this is the right thing for her. He just can't handle it himself. Here we go back to the episode. I don't know what it was, 6 or 7.
파이팅.
Oh, and here we go. But look at his face here. Look at his face. It's just kind of falling down again. I'm going to leave it there for this video just because there's so much else to go through. And in the next video, we're going to go over his breakdown and their meeting again. Okay? So we do 3 episodes for this episode of this series. I guess I'm dragging it out. So let me know what you think. I think, when I'm looking at the details again, you stop and start, you really notice those little intricate moments, how the face changes and all that. So this is my interpretation of this scene. And if you have a different one, or if you share it, let me know here in the comments. I actually notice more and more the upcoming breakdown in his face here. I don't know, maybe I'm overinterpreting it, but I just feel like it's becoming, like it's being hinted at. And so when it happens, it's like, we see the logic. This is what great drama is about. You get hints of something, you get, what do you call it? I forgot the word now, but you get a sense that this something might happen, and then it does happen and it's believable. So foreboding in a way. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Obviously a lot going on, and leave your comments and let's talk about this and wait for the third one. I'll see you in the next one.